Need to find a way forward.
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him?
The tadpole, the absolute. How? I'd never have protected a Bay Knight even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him. He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it.
I can feel it. The engine. It's getting hotter, louder. It's going to blow if we don't find another way to fix it. You know, Zariel may have put the fucking thing in, but Gord...
Always at your side.
The shadows are lifted. Finally, we can breathe free. Yes, but first a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? As would I. I was 17. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There they were.
Your head tingles. Will wants to in the looming shadow of the mount. 5 groups of 5 figures atop either as the males.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness. She didn't. She came on. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mazora's ever said. Another pet added to her Warlock menagerie. I don't know that it was brave. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. It is. I could flee to the spine of the... He returned. I tried to tell him the truth. After, he said... I understand. No, he did the own, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. A Grand Duke's duty is to his city, first and foremost. There would only ever be one outcome.
Lady Shah's power will soon fade from these lands. But it is a price that had to be paid, so that the traitor Ketheric Thorm could face justice at last.
Fine. What's on your mind?
No notes, considering all we've been through. I think I was very lucky to find such favorable company. Of course. Thriving. Lady Shah's foes continue to fall, and she continues to honor me. But she wants me all to herself.
I think we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change to gift this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair. Oh, you know, truth, if anything, I feel more... I doubt she wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only meet.
I never saw myself as a banisher of shadows before. I was always more of a lurker-in, historically. Cazador, sired 7 spawn. Me and my 6. I was one of his first. Now that...
The curse is broken and the shadows are lifting. So you noticed? Yes. I'm sure you'll please each other quite thoroughly.
If you have business to conclude before we march, the road to... and the city needs us.
If Bowman says I'll be all right, I wish it was different. I hope so.
Thy will, dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead? The bard's dead. She will be left to the peace.
Thaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly. Now that Oliver has... I knew I could put my faith in you. If... I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. No more than my right hand can absorb my left. What I have... Still, I would like to return here someday. See Thaniel and Oliver again. In my meditations, or... I have. Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course without me. I belong at your side, and I'm glad to be had. Glad to be with you.
Unnerving though it is, if we are to face an Elder Brain, we could have no better ally than an Illithid. The Emperor is the reason we have made it this far. And if the Gith Prince's suffering is the price of our survival, so be it. I take no pleasure in his passing. Whatever faults he may have had, Ketheric was a great leader. Of course. He ruled Moonrise for centuries. That in itself, I believe he was an honorable man, but the gods used him as their plaything. First, Shah and her sister. I sympathize. A meaningless question. If he had killed as it is, he lost. But I will never forgive him for handing me to Orin. For that, I hope Merkel hollows out his bone. I took up my oath long ago, when I swore bloody vengeance against any who defied Lolth. Now, though my faith is shattered, my oath endures. I am sworn to destroy all those who serve the Absolute. When I have had my vengeance on the cult, I do not know if my oath will still hold. I do know that when I take the Absolute's power, I will not lose control of it as our enemies have. I will harm any who object to the laws of that world will have no place in it, of course, and I will gladly eradicate them.
It is as we knew. My people have turned their blades against us. They will emerge from the shadows and descend from the skies, and we will grant them their only just fate. Death.
The curse has been lifted, the lands cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
My prodigal bloodkin is among them.
They live.
Barely. I made mince of their ugly mind matter. And if they dare return, I will strip out their offal.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
You wish to consult me?
One day I'll catch a break. I have a lot on my mind.
I was supposed to sacrifice myself to stop the Absolute. Yeah, I don't think I could have gone through with it, in truth. And I'm glad that I didn't, given what has come to light. Hardly. I'm more than glad. The Elder Brain. But more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even Netherese magic. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their form. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed. We need to learn more about what we saw. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Book shopping? But yes, their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese tech. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but...
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. And we are no closer to knowing why that bastard is so obsessed with getting me back. To tell you the truth, I don't know whether we can defeat Cazador. No, I think we should track down my fellow Spawn. I'm not exactly looking forward to a reunion, but perhaps they'll know something. If we can find them, we can force them to tell us what he's been doing since I... And honestly, I imagine they'll be coming for me in the night if I don't. Unless Cazador has changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town. We should get to them first.
What's hiding here?
Hello. You are not food. You are friend. Ooh, more. Yes, fun.
The dog holds a well-chewed ball in his mouth.
All right. I totally but if you feel like throwing it, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Master. Friend. I stayed with him until I knew he was... I'll never forget him.
Copper for your thoughts? You saw the extent of Flo's friendship. She'll lend you a hand, long as she... If she'd been completely different from nothing worth reading. Cambion manipulation at its most obvious. I guess she did. Devils, you know. Fucking devil.
Did you want something? If not, I'm perfectly happy to just gaze upon you.
Well met.
I'm listening.
Pride of the gate.
Still in control. Just.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take, this would have been your fate too. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. Together, you have the power to thwart. And what then? You are prone to impulses as uncontrolled. Will you liberate the true souls from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? Right now, your resolve feels firm, but you will not have long to. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join power.
We're under attack. Help me.
Die, you lifted harborer!
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Death's close at hand.
Unleash me. I can't do this without you.
Try me. One day, I'll catch a break.
Death's close at
No time to waste.
Can't afford to let up.
Yes.
On the victor's path.
Need to act fast.
Your command?
Forever dauntless.
That thing's not going to hold together much longer. I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack. Take your heal. Just a brief respite.
I've got a long road ahead.
Let's end this. Ready.
Defender of the people.
What now? What's the plan?
Forever dauntless. Making my move.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Battle favors the fearless.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
I have such a headache. If not over, then through.
Awake and alert.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
A mind flare.
God's damned.
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one. Help me. You saved a child from a viper. Back in the truth, you killed the Asuna Night Soul. You didn't have to. You let me live. Last time we were here, though it brought black. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof. Now, help me. The god. Destroy the god. Do it now. Together.
The rock resists all attempts to shatter it.
Destroy the Omega.
Making my move.
ready.
Can't give up. Onward.
On the victor's path.
Lilala.
A wise move.
Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
Of all the things to be indebted to, a bloody mind flayer.
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure, to a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals, unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed, and they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stillmain. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Indeed, his hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the Astral Prism. I was one of how Gortash or the other Chosen learned of its existence. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free and found the Githyanki. I realized what the prism was for. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. All I needed to do was subdue the Githyanki and find allies in the outer world. Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire, Io. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared. Blackith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed, bound by infernal chains. Orpheus could never leave. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. That would be it. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him. And
even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a Illithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. I appreciate that. My original body was destroyed when I first escaped the Elder Brain. I searched for a new vessel, but the longer I inhabited, I realized that returning to my former, any advantage I could gain by restoring. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You too should, like it or not, our chances of defeating I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same. If you let me, I can evolve you. You will be able to do things you never thought. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only and you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss.
Well, certainly brave of you.
You continue to your mind is now. Hold out your hand. It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present in every flex of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. When your allies see what you can do, I hope you encourage them to try it for themselves. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army. We must not let them reach it.
Not a good time.
Busy times. Maybe later.
Best be on my way. Maybe it will bring us closer.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. The more I learn, the less I understand just why Lady Shah has given me a new mission. And the prism plays no part in it. In fact, it seems she will be in for a rude awakening. But I digress. Did you want something?
By Balduran's bones, this is a lot to take in. 1, we've been... 2, it's been appearing as someone else in our dreams, cajoling us to embrace our new... 3, the Mind Flayer's been siphoning... Did I miss anything? Ah, yes. Gith's only son. Locked away in his astral... Sensational tales, aren't they? Almost unbelievable. With a narrator so unreliable, how do we tell fact from fiction? I can't pretend I have the... It holds our fates in its talons. Until the absolute fall. Yes, and I won't begrudge you your choice. As for me, though, I'm not ready. I might never be. The coast is ever my priority. Very well. I will avail myself.
Life, pulse, it wants to share itself.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve.
As you tuck the tadpole away, you feel a fleeting disappointment.
Intestines throb, blood whispers, mind never quiet. How much farther can I go? Glad to have an ally.
Unnerving though it is, if we are to face the Emperor is the reason we have made it this far. And if the Gith, we will need every advantage. If this superior tadpole is capable of its influence on you is plain to see. You are sublime. I will be
Life pulses from within. It wants to
Go on. Don't be afraid.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens. Its yearning, the tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract. You feel different. Your body has never felt more connected.
Perhaps, once the...
First in my heart.
Parasite communes with Lae'zel's. Her heart races as she learns of the events inside the...
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only long ago, when we rose up against Tiamat, the first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000, but it was the first whom Orpheus tried to... Orpheus is Gith's only... It was... Yet the prince... Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new... The seed. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus, one word from if the gift. It also promises to break us beyond repair. Do you not feel the cold where once there was heat? The void where your soul once resided? Galig, the Elder Brain, the end time. Very well. Yisk Githkar Tafki Crashed.
Light on my feet.
Gods. A mind flayer's been getting their tentacles all over our dreams. I'm really not. I've got my eye.
So, we owe our lack of tentacles to one of the very creatures that kidnapped us. At least my lack of tentacles. I'm not sure what's next for you. Don't look at me like that. The answer is no. No. That was before I knew the cost. Before I knew it meant transforming into some... I remember how it hurt. I don't want to turn into anything. If we master the tadpoles, it will be different. But right now, that mastery depends on an illithid. I'm not going to submit to this. Don't ask me again.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
Another step forward.